woman convicted of murdering her mother is a free woman. ABC has confirmed that Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison in Missouri earlier this morning. Hers is one of the most infamous true crime cases of the past 15 years. Back in 2015, Blanchard pleaded guilty to killing her mother. The killing came in response to being forced to pretend she was disabled. Blanchard was also made to undergo unnecessary medical procedures as part of a fraud scheme orchestrated by her mother. The story would become the focus of a true crime miniseries in 2019 called The Act.
Dude, have you ever wanted to kill your mother? No.
I honestly can say that I have never.
Do you know, have you been following Gypsy Rose Blanchard?
You know, I saw that she was trending on Twitter or X the other day, and I tried to follow, and I knew it had something to do with murder and her murdering a family member. That's as deep as I know. That
is so shallow. I need you to go home and watch all the documentaries. I was going to talk about the ice storm. The ice storm. We barely made it to the studio today.
We braved the elements so this podcast can go out.
Because I texted you.
Yes.
And now don't write down this. Okay. Don't forget to talk about Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose.
I'll forget.
Okay.
Because why? I go on and on and on.
According to our viewers.
So that everybody here understands, I texted you this morning and said, hey, are the roads icy? And what did you say?
I said, that's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And we said we have a show. The wives are like, do not go in. You could crash.
No.
Do not get on the icy roads. And what did you say?
I said, no, we are going to do the Phil and Mark podcast if it's the last thing in my life I do.
Yeah, because we have viewers that count on us.
And I'm kind and gentle. And so I feel like the kindness and gentleness of Phil needs to be out there.
No, I'm doing something today. Write that down too.
Doing something today.
So I won't forget that either.
Doing something today. Got it.
Got it. All right. And then just put a little line, Alicia.
Oh, yeah. That happens to be my wife's name.
Yeah, it may or may not. Let's go back. Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yes.
She's been released from prison. She's everywhere. She's on every news report. Excuse me a minute. I've been smoking cigarettes. Hang on.
You got to stop that. Pipes and vapes, much better.
Okay, I think that's better. I don't know. For you that listen, I got out on the icy roads today for your souls.
Yeah, I rode
because we want to bring humor. If you're locked up with this is us. This is the Evans family.
Yes.
We have no firewood.
Ooh.
You know why we have dog food?
Why?
Because I got out in the ice and went and got dog food. Otherwise, the dogs would be dead.
Do you have food for your family? That's the question.
I'm sure Robin is. Well, I will say this. It's a snow day in Georgia.
Right.
That means it's really cold. So it's really cold here. It's 20 degrees.
Right.
We cancel school. So everybody's home. Nobody's working today.
Sure.
So the kitchen is a buzz.
Right.
Everybody's buzzing.
Okay.
And she's cooking. You know what she's cooking?
Chili.
Breakfast pizza. Everybody's happy. And you know where I have to go?
What? Where?
Work. I've got to go to work and make a living.
We have responsibilities.
And nobody says to me, hey, Dad, why don't you eat breakfast pizza? It's just like, go to work.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
See you later. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I got to go back to her. Okay. She's been released from prison. I'm calling, you don't know much about her?
I do not know.
I'm calling my daughter, Sophia.
Okay.
My daughter, here, let me do this. If you don't know Gypsy Rose, just close your eyes a minute and just
my
listen.
Eyes are closed.
And just
my ears are open.
Just listen.
Speak, Lord. Speak.
I just want you to kind of know what's out there and what she's feeling. A minute.
Okay.
I had it picked out here. So can you?
Is her name Gypsy Rose? That's the legit Gypsy Rose.
I think it's Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It could be fake. I do know this, that my daughter knows everything about her.
I would like to know why she killed her mother and then why she got out of prison for killing her mother.
Okay.
I'm sure there's an abuse story there somewhere. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could probably tell you the story without.
We're calling the person who knows everything about it.
I don't think she. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, baby. What are you doing?
Oh, the same thing I'm always doing.
Which is what?
Currently nursing.
Oh, your mother's nursing too?
Oh, no. My mother's upstairs.
Doing what?
What is my mother doing?
Yes.
I don't know. She just got done watching a baby so I could take a shower.
Oh, that's incredible. So you're on the Mark and Phil show. Is this a good time?
Sure.
Okay.
Sweet.
I opened up the show today. I'm sure you know this because you're the reason I called. Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been released from prison, and Phil doesn't know anything about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So I saw, well, I know somebody who does. My daughter. Fill our viewers in on Gypsy Rose Blanchard. This is my daughter, Sophia, who is a Lifetime movie critic and knows everything about all things Gypsy Rose. Just share with our viewers, Soph.
Didn't know a lot about Lifetime, unfortunately. I watched it since I was 7, and that's why I have problems. Gypsy Rose, she was diagnosed by her mother with all sorts of illnesses that she did not have. Her mother had a disease called Munchausen's by proxy, which is a mental disorder where you make other people have sicknesses so you can take care of them. So her mother really just wanted to always take care of her, but she was kind of psychotic in how she did it. Made her have diseases, put her in a wheelchair, got her teeth ripped out, made her have surgeries, got tons of money for it because they would get on shows. Went to Disney, Make-A-Wish, all sorts of nonsense. And so then Gypsy realized that she might not actually be sick, so she found a boy. She started dating this boy, and Dee Dee, who is Gypsy's mother, Dee Dee, did not like the boy. Gypsy wanted to get rid of her mom, so she convinced the boy to kill her mom. So her boyfriend killed her mother, and then they ran away together, but then Gypsy Rose went to jail. And now she's married to somebody else. Dee Dee's dead, but Gypsy is living her best life.
Wow. I have a question. So do you think that the husband of Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the mother?
There is speculation that they do look very similar.
Yeah, like the mother that has done this to her, she married a man that looks just like her mother.
Just like your mom, which would be her psychological issues from everything her mother did to her.
Wow.
Now, before I let you go, you kind of opened up with, I watch Lifetime movies and hence all my problems. Would you like to share a few of your problems from watching Lifetime movies with our viewers so they could know you better?
Yeah, sometimes you just can't sleep because you're afraid somebody might kidnap you. Not anyone, not your daughter, yourself, you as a 28-year-old, you're afraid you may get kidnapped. I know all the signs for being stalked and perpetrated.
Wow. Give us a few signs.
I would like to know.
There's somebody out there listening, and like Phil's raising 2 girls now. Like, give us a few signs of stalkers.
Well, somebody pulls up next to you at the gas station, shut your door and leave. Rip the gas station pump off. Don't get out of your car. Just drive away, especially if it's a van, especially if it's a man, and then a woman as well. Women often help their partners kidnap people, and so the women will ask you for help, and then the man comes and snatches you.
What if you're at a Buc-ee's?
I think maybe I have more paranoia, so I think everything is somebody stalking me, but I do. Like, if somebody follows me into the neighborhood, I'll loop around so they don't know which house I live in.
That's smart.
Yeah. If they follow me all the way to the back anyways.
Yeah. And if, let's say, you did get abducted, you're how old, you said?
28.
Let's say you forgot all that information and you pulled up, and then some man and a woman in a van jump out and go, "Hey, honey, our dog is sick," and then they abduct you. What could you get out of that? You've watched all the movies.
I could get out of it.
So let's say they put you in a box and locked you in a box. Could you get out of that knowing all the movies you've seen, or if you were buried alive?
No, if they put me in a box or buried me alive, I would hyperventilate from claustrophobia.
Okay.
I don't like being stuck.
But you could tell other people how to get out of that box and all, because you've watched every murder documentary of abductions that are out there, correct?
Yeah, you can't breathe. You cannot waste your oxygen. You can't scream. You can't exert energy. Really, you just have to be very still. Ow!
Oh, are you being abducted now?
Are you being abducted right now?
Yes, someone came through the window. You have to be still. You have to be quiet. And then you basically, because of all the sand on top of it, you have to fill the coffin with sand and then dig your way out of the sand, if you can get the top of the coffin off.
Well, that's incredible. Real quickly, we're going to let you go because I know you're nursing. Obviously, you just got bit the way that sounded. However, years ago, it all kind of started that you would watch shows about saving pets or rescue. What was that? What did you want to be?
I wanted to be an animal cop. ASPCA, baby.
I have a great testimony that Sophia would be the number one animal cop in the world.
Share it with us.
Okay.
Find any animal.
We won't go into all the details, but I lost my dog. I live in the West Atlanta area, and the dog had gone somehow to Alabama. Well, my kids and my wife were very distraught over this. Next thing I know, a couple of days later, Sophia had found my dog through Facebook on the internet, and the dog was safe and sound and returned to us within a week.
Is that true, Sophia?
Yes, I can find any animal.
Okay. Well, I know you're busy with the baby, so thank you for answering. Hey, and listen, if anybody out there gets abducted or you would like to have a mentor or life coach for abduction wisdom, you can reach out to Sophia on Instagram. Also, if you've lost your pet, you can they can DM you, correct?
Sure, send me a picture of your pet.
Okay, so if you just want abduction advice, like if I ever get caught in Atlanta, and that would be in Atlanta a big deal. Sophia knows the way out, and if your pet's lost, you'll go for any pet, right? You don't care.
Sure, anything.
Yeah, just DM her. And what is your? I don't know what the young kids call it. What's your handle on Instagram?
I don't honestly know.
Okay, well they'll find you.
Variation of Sophia June.
Okay,
with either dashes or dots.
Okay, well thank you for answering. We love you, Phil. Do you love her?
I love you, Sophia.
I found your dog, Phil. I think you should.
No, I love you. I think you're great. Thank you for finding my dog. It was a blessing to me.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We have Robin on, and our viewers love Robin. That's why they view us.
She's part of the show.
Do you know most people did not know that the information my daughter just downloaded right there? That's golden. Where else can you go, log in for free, and get information on if you're abducted? Here's what to do.
Nowhere that I know.
Yeah. We'll find your pet for free. Listen, if your pet right now is lost, or if your pet is being abducted, or if you have Munchausen by proxy and you're abusing your pet because you want attention, call us. We're here to help you.
We work for free or a pizza. We like
free
pizza.
Or a pizza. Munchausen by proxy. Can you even spell that?
I can't even say it, and you've said it about 5 times now.
It is scary. So we've got to do this real quickly, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I just want you to listen to Gypsy Rose. Let me find her real quick.
Find Gypsy Rose?
Yeah. I just want you to hear maybe how she sounds.
How do you block out so much negativity? Does it bother you?
I have to remain grounded in knowing that, like, I know who I am as a person.
Is she 12?
So the people that don't know me, I have to just kind of remember they don't know me. They know what they've seen in tabloids and online, and a lot of tabloids could get a lot mixed, like, wrong, and so incorrect information. So I think that if people had the correct information, perhaps they wouldn't hate me so much. They wouldn't hate on me so much, but I can't change the haters, and I'm okay with it. I'm me, and I love me.
Okay, do you hear how she talks with the upward inflection? It's like, me? That is not, it's not a normal way to talk. You do that for attention for yourself.
No, no.
You're talking to me?
No.
Like that, upward inflection.
Listen, Phil. Okay, true.
Right.
But this is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You cannot comment. Now, if you're Sophia, you can comment.
Okay.
But Gypsy Rose Blanchard, you got to go watch the documentary and see literally the kid. I'm not going to spend all day on Gypsy Rose, but she's free.
Okay.
And she's married.
Okay.
She's famous now. She's on every tabloid. And you love her or hate her.
Right.
And it is true. It looks like she could have married her mother that's dead. So something weird there psychologically, but I don't have the degrees to be able to do that.
Yeah, sure.
But her mother pulled her teeth, took her to the dentist, pulled her own teeth, told her she was paralyzed, kept her in a wheelchair, kept her on medicines.
Is that justification for murder?
Yes, yes. I don't know. She fell in love with her boyfriend. They killed the mom. We think. I'm assuming, but she. Did,
I got to watch this now.
She did her prison stint, but let's not talk about Gypsy Rose. Sophia. All right. She needs to be on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now the problem is she's got a baby. You heard her scream, "Help!" Because she probably got bit.
Thought she was being abducted.
Yeah, and so, But today's episode is going to be critical because this is the first episode we've really given knowledge that could save a life.
Yeah, sure. That's
not
what
just
we do,
humor,
though.
not just banter. We saved a life. You heard what she said. Listen to me. If you're out there right now and you're getting gas, you need to stop and you need to look around. If you see a man, you should run. He's probably going to abduct you, according to Sophia, right? If I see a man,
right,
or if you see a van with a man and a woman.
I feel a little offended by that, though. I pull up to girls pumping gas all day long and they never run.
Because they don't listen to the show.
You're right.
If you go up to a girl at a pump today and say, hey, why don't you run? She's going to say, because I've never listened to the Mark and Phil show.
That's true. But
every viewer, according to my mother, that listens to the Mark and Phil show, they're going to run. And you'll just know that, hey, they've watched the Mark and Phil show.
I guess
you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time to weigh. Last week you were 299.6.
Something around
there. We were
sure.
0.4. Before I put you on the scale,
right.
How did you do this week?
I did great. I've been
good?
eating healthier, and I feel good about myself.
Okay.
And I'm lucid, and
explain some of your health things you did this week.
Well,
what did you do this week?
I'm going back to what I did before, cutting out sugars, processed foods. I eat, meats, veggies, fruits, that kind of a thing.
And then I never questioned you on this, but when I weighed, you were shocked at my weight. Mine was 233. Why were you shocked?
I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm 299 and then I look at you and you're 230. I feel like we're somewhat equal, but
what?
I don't think.
Have you ever seen your calves?
No,
your calves are 80 pounds apiece.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just have
Popeye calves.
I have a different perception of myself apparently when I look in the mirror.
When you see yourself, you're like, dang, I'm thin.
Yeah. Well, no, but I don't think that I'm like 300 pounds.
All right. Well, it's time to weigh. So you're going to have to at least, what do we say? Drop 2 pounds, right?
Did we say
a pound or two a week?
Yeah, a couple pounds.
So you're going to have to be at least
297.
297. We'll go 297. So go get the scale and let's weigh.
I don't see it in the studio. Did you not bring it?
Dude. Did you move the scale?
I have no recollection.
Dude.
I can neither
look me in the eyes.
Confirm nor deny.
Or did you not hide the scale? I just asked. I need a yes or no. Did you or did you not hide the scale that we were waiting you on weekly?
We have an incredible cleaning staff
or no.
around here.
Did you or did you not move the scale that we were waiting
Sometimes things get moved by the cleaning staff, possibly, that would affect what we do here in the studio. And it's been clean. They're great. They do such a good job.
Well, I paid a lot of money for that. Write this down in your little book. You're 300 pounds. Put that down. I'm giving you 0.4 pounds of gaining weight, because here's what I think.
Yeah.
2 things.
Yeah.
Number one, I think you gained weight. You knew it, and you hid the scale.
Do I look
yes or no?
fatter than last
week? I'm simply saying this. I'm simply saying, again, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think you gained weight.
There's no conspiracy in that.
I think you weighed at home. You knew you had put on weight, and you got here. Did you get here to the studio a little before me?
We came together.
But you got in the studio before me.
I came in the room a little bit before you, yes.
I think you hid the scale because you did not want to be embarrassed with our viewers that you're over 300. Have you ever been over 300?
No, I have not.
So 299.6. You know what we should have done last week?
What's that?
We should have, right here with our viewers, we should have went and put that 0.4 with you eating cheese crackers. No. We should have gotten you from 299.6 to 300 and just said, hey, weigh again. Here's some more cheese crackers. Weigh it, and you could just bust out in a sweat. No. But you could have tipped 300. You've never been 300.
No, I've never been 299.6.
I think you're over 300, and that's why you hit the scale.
No. I did so good this week.
Second thing I think is true.
Right.
I think you are Joey Gibson, because we sort of trashed Joey Gibson last week. Not one DM. Nobody reached out. No one texted. No one said, I know Joey Gibson.
That's true.
Not one person. And I'm going to go back to my original thought. Is Joey Gibson you or not?
No, it is not me. It is one of the many voices that listen to our show, and I think she is real, and I think that she's one of our best listeners.
Okay.
Yeah, I just checked right now. Joey Gibson has not commented again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so if I was Joey Gibson, I would have commented this week. Mm-hmm. Would I have not done that?
I don't know. We got to call Robin, because I feel like the viewers on the show are tanking. We got to get our numbers up.
Robin's the savior.
Hello.
Hey, dear.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. We're of course you're on the show. You know it. You can tell by my voice somehow. But let me just say this: how's the love of my life doing?
I'm good.
That's sweet.
I'm good.
Can I? A few things. I got a few beeps with you, and then just some chit chat.
Breakfast pizza.
Okay.
Go ahead and say that again, Phil.
Breakfast pizza. 2 words.
I want to know
we did have a breakfast pizza.
Why on the day that I have to leave and go, and I had to risk my life
Icy
in the
roads.
ice.
Yeah.
Icy
I
roads.
didn't know you were going to take advantage of, I don't know what you were trying to take advantage of. It's a snow day in Georgia. Can you not tell?
Honey, we have the Mark and Phil show to do.
I know, but it's icy. There was a winter storm that came through.
Yeah.
I think there were 10 flurries. My car door was frozen shut this morning, so I can't believe you risked it. So, of course, there was going to be breakfast pizza.
It's all for
I
the
have
viewers.
to provide for the family, and I just wondered why, when I'm up and by myself, it's like, go in there and get you some Cocoa Krispies. But
Go to Hardee's.
When the girls are home, you're up, and our viewers need to know this. You don't do cheap breakfast pizza. You make it by hand. Is that correct?
It was my hand. I'm not sure it would be to your liking, though. There was no flour. There was no sugar. It was made with 5-grain oats, bananas, almond milk, egg whites.
girly.
So
Are
no
y'all
sugar.
vegan?
We're not talking no processed foods.
Are you vegan?
But we're healthy. We're aware of what we put into our bodies.
Okay, so second beef I have, and again, I want our viewers to know do you know I love you?
Absolutely.
But sometimes we have to work out our marriage here on the show. It's the best place to do it because
our love is never in question.
Yeah, and because on the show you won't cuss, and I like that. So
I don't even cuss, and you're so crazy.
Okay, so yesterday, tell our viewers what I did with you and the girls yesterday.
What you did. Oh, yeah. We went to Blue-Eyed Daisy and spent some time doing some work. The girls had some work. I had some work. And so we sat at Blue-Eyed Daisy. And hold on a minute. Rooster has Cody.
Oh, well, let's stop the show.
Rooster has two? You
Johnny
have
loves
another
stuffed
dog?
animal. No, you can't have that. No, sir. Okay. I'm here.
What are we doing?
And so I went with you and Stella and a friend, and we went to go get coffee. We did a nice little lunch.
We hung out at Serenby for the day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And was I a good husband? Did I treat you well?
You did. You're always a good husband. Well, you are a great. I'm digging myself. You're a good man. So, and most of the time, you're a good husband. Yesterday, you were a good man and a good husband.
That made me teary-eyed.
It was both.
That's funny right there.
Now, just say that again in case people. I'm a good husband.
Oh man!
But
most of the time. Yesterday, you're always a good man. Yesterday, you were a good man and a good husband.
Okay, so wait a minute. So I'm always a good man.
Yeah.
But I'm sometimes a good husband.
Well, I mean, we all miss it now and again.
Oh God!
I got tears in my eyes on that one. That's good.
Well, then.
Yes, yesterday was good. Just get back to your point. Don't get sidetracked.
Okay,
Don't get derailed.
my point
Don't
is I had a
derail
beef with you. And
Okay,
my
what's the
point
beef?
was, I do too think you're a good woman, and sometimes, occasionally, you're a good wife. Because
Right, okay.
I'm letting you shop, and the girls are shopping, and I'm sitting on a little bench, and I'm just chilling. Like, y'all take as much time as you want. I'm happy.
Well, now let's be real. There's not a lot of shopping to be done at Serenby.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lip balm.
That's true.
I mean, it's an earthy place.
But as I was sitting
out,
as I was sitting in the sunshine, according to you, being a good man and a good husband, you walked up and looked at my shoes, and what did you say?
Well, you had them both tied on the innermost. You had them tied like by the arch of your foot, like all the way over to the inside of your foot. I had a trainer one time years ago when I actually worked out and was in shape, and he probably was joking. I don't know, but he did say that that's how fat people tie their shoes because they can't sit down there long enough to tie them in the middle, in the center. So they pull. He did. Jason told me this. He's like, you can't tie your shoes like that, Robin. I'm your trainer, and it looks like that you're a fat girl tying your shoes. So,
but
your shoes were tied like that.
But as I'm
I've never
sitting
forgotten
there,
it.
but as I'm sitting there as a good husband, according to you, and a good man, your comment is not like "thank you for coming." You literally stood in front of me and said,
"It triggered me. It was a trigger point for my trainer calling me fat."
You looked at me sitting there very nicely, and your only comment was not "thank you for coming to hang with me." It was, "My trainer says fat people tie their shoes that way."
Yeah, it's what I said.
So were you calling me fat?
No, I'm just saying be aware of how you're tying your shoes. If you don't want people to think you're fat, you can't tie them.
We're
like
dropping
that.
all kind of wisdom today. So listen, if you're out there and you're listening, because we called Sophia, she gave us some wisdom on being abducted and how to get out of it if people capture you. Let me ask you a question real quick, but let me say that if you're listening, please remember, if you're fat, do not tie your shoes on the side of your shoes.
The inner part of your soul.
Because that's a sign you're fat. So
that's a sign you had to do it really quick, and you probably just pulled your foot up, and that inner part was sitting there, and you tied it right there.
So girls,
that's according to my trainer Jason, not me. That's according to some guy who used to keep me in shape years ago.
So guys and girls, if you're listening right now and you're wondering, is there a person out there for me?
At the end of the day, I really can't believe y'all have viewers when these are the things. These are the things that are discussed.
Yes. So people need to know. You don't want to marry somebody who's closet fat. You need to be looking at their shoes.
Listening?
Closet fat.
No, you need to look at their shoes and see. And if you feel like you love them and they're your soulmate, you need to say, "Excuse me, let me see how you tie your shoes."
That's not true. That's not true, because fat is not a requirement for who you marry.
Yes, it is.
So, it is not.
If you marry a fat person, that would be they were unhealthy.
No, but it's still not a requirement. No. You don't go there. Okay. So you can marry anybody of any size.
Okay. So can I ask you a question?
Thank God for that.
Yes.
If I was 450 pounds, would you be okay with that?
I would say, Mark, you need to get a hold of your health. Your body's a temple of the Holy Spirit. That is a different topic than falling in love and loving people and marrying them.
That is true.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right, real quickly, and then I'll let you go. I want to say that I think you're a good woman, and sometimes
you're a good man,
and sometimes you're a good wife too.
And you were a great husband yesterday. Most of the time, you're a great husband.
Ryan, I ask one more question. We talked to Sophia. Are you scared when you go to get gas that you'll get abducted?
No.
So you're good. If you see a man that pulls up in a van behind you while you're getting gas, are you good?
Yes.
And then my final thing, and you can go, honey, thanks. You drive a car, correct?
I do.
And how many miles over are you from an oil change?
I haven't looked recently, but you told me several thousand.
No, just 2,000 miles over. Is that taking care of the temple of the Lord?
I need to do better. So I got swamped. I got busy.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
no,
but
you're a good wife.
That is where, hey, listen, that's where the good husband part comes in.
Oh, it's my fault.
Right?
No. Yeah.
No, it's not your fault. You're a good husband because you noticed.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. Mm-hmm. So thank God for
and
a good husband.
Your tire light was on too.
I think I have told you about the tire light. In all seriousness, it keeps coming on and off. So and on and off. So I don't know what the deal is, but my good husband does.
All right, real quick, I'll get you off. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Did you know she's out of jail?
I do.
Do you think Phil doesn't know anything about Gypsy Rose?
I do not.
So do you think he should watch it, the documentary, or not?
Absolutely. He should watch both the movie and the documentary, although I haven't seen the new documentary. Okay. But yeah, definitely. It's all the rage in America right now. So,
and do you think that her husband looks strangely like her mother?
No. I think that's a silly conspiracy
I got to watch
theory. So, no.
All right.
I don't think that at all.
Well, I love you. Be careful because it's iced over and I don't want you hurt.
So icy. You
stay in and eat that handmade pizza.
I am, and we already did.
Oh, well, okay. Hey, and by the way, I'm coming home later if you want to make me some cookies or something for my temple.
With real flour and sugar and all the things.
I don't care. I want you to do what you want to do.
Is that code for?
Well, I'm not sure. I've got so much to do today. We'll just have to see.
Busy. All right. I love you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Thanks for being on the show.
Best segment ever. Oh my God, I laughed. I couldn't even talk. I had tears running down my face.
You know what? We didn't even talk about our conference.
It was great from what I heard. You are a great man, and sometimes
a great husband.
Oh my gosh.
Not great, good. You're a good man. You can go back and listen if you want. She didn't say great. She's never called me great.
She said good.
You're a good man, always,
right.
Which I am.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
Sometimes a good husband. That was great.
And you tie your shoes like a fat boy.
I tie my shoes like a fat man. Right? How do you look down real quick and see how your shoes are tied?
They're square in the middle.
Nah, mine aren't. Mine are always on the side. I like doing it that way.
That's what I'm saying. I tie my shoes not like a fat guy.
But you're fat.
No.
And then I tie my shoes like a fat guy, but I'm not as fat. Oh, my
gosh. Funniest
You're
thing
over
ever.
300 now.
No, I'm not over. Okay. Even when we... All right, I'm going to lay some truth down. Even when we weighed me last week, it was rainy. So I had my big jacket on. I had my Gore-Tex shoes on. I was layered up. It was cold and rainy. I had at least 5 pounds. You know what? I'm coming in here next week. I'm taking all my clothes off and I'm weighing naked.
Do it. Just do it before I get in the studio.
No, I'm doing it. Well, okay.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
If this podcast right here, it's number 13, right? And 13 is the unlucky number, but we're not going to skip
that was
it.
Great.
This is our best yet.
Yeah, no best
yet. You
yet.
think 13 is unlucky? No way. This is the lucky podcast. Why? We've told you how not to be abducted.
Oh my God.
We've told you if you get abducted, how you can dig your way out of being buried in sand.
It's good stuff.
We have told you what to watch out for if you go get gas.
Yep.
Because at any given moment, some man could just take you away. We've also learned that fat people tie their shoes on the side. You don't get that anywhere.
There's so much meat in there. It's so good stuff.
You don't get that kind of information just off the cuff. And Robin was dropping some heat today. Just there. And listen, ladies, if you're out there and you're thinking, I may not love my man anymore. He's just not a good husband.
Right.
Listen, neither am I. Right?
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Right.
So listen, if you want to stay happily married, look, all you need, ladies, is just a good man.
Good man.
Who sometimes...
Doesn't have to be all the time.
Doesn't have to be all the time.
Not at all.
Is a good husband sometimes. And I think if you could take that away, I think it would be incredible. I have to ask her something. I didn't ask her.
Who?
Robin.
Okay.
I've got to ask. Let me just see. She probably won't.
Hello.
Oh, okay, real quickly. You said I'm a good man. Always.
Yes.
And we're giving some wisdom to people that have called in now. So
people haven't called in. They haven't even heard today's episode. It hasn't been edited.
Okay, well, they probably would call in. So,
okay.
And you said sometimes a good husband. So we're trying to figure out what is this, because there could be people right now listening and she could be saying, my husband is not a good husband. And I'm trying to tell people, but he's a good man, but sometimes. So what is the sometimes? Is that day, every other day, weekly, monthly, every quarter of the year? When you say sometimes Mark is a good husband, what would be the time frame of sometimes?
Oh, God. I mean, sometimes, most of the time, you're a good husband. Occasionally, what that statement meant to me, I guess, as it came out in conversation, was that, yes, you're a good man.
Thank you.
And most of the time, you're a good husband.
You
And
said
that's
sometimes.
only because, sometimes you're a good husband.
So what would that be?
On occasion,
weekly, monthly? Because I'm trying to say, well, if I want to be that, should I be striving for daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, as sometimes? And you're obviously checking the box.
You should always be striving for it. I'm not checking any box. It just came out because, again, we're back to the grading system that we started with. Is sometimes, if we're just honest, sometimes we all, hold on, I've got a cough.
She smokes.
So it's Marlboro Light.
Sometimes we
She
just,
vapes.
I don't vape. It's just, I don't know. You made me lose my train of thought. Sometimes we all miss it. So, sometimes sometimes we really wish, that you would have done the dishes, or we really wish, on snow days, that we had buckets full of firewood. Because that's not a woman's job. It's not. There are some things that are just not a wife's job, like keeping firewood. I don't know, taking out trash.
Okay, hold on. Just give me 2 seconds.
Some of those things are good, manly husband kind of things. And yes, women do things too. I like starting the fires. I don't mind starting the fire. But knowing that a freeze is coming, would have been great. So that's just a mild example. And it's so different than the wifely things that sometimes I miss. Like probably on a snow day, a man is thinking, I would really like a wife who was going to make a big pot of chili or something for tonight, right? So are you here or are you really holding on?
No, he's here. He's here.
Okay. So, and there are many wives like me who probably don't want to make a big pot of chili because it's just not my favorite food. So it's just those kind of things that sometimes we're just like, that's just not going to happen right now. So, but it doesn't make me a bad woman. It doesn't make you a bad a bad man. It's just the things that maybe don't make us 100%.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just what I was thinking.
Okay, thank you.
So.
Do you know that you talk so much that I just walked out of the studio, down the hall, went to the bathroom, and came back in?
I knew you weren't there. I knew that you weren't there.
How did you know?
I was like, I just knew, but it is normal. You don't talk. People think you talk a lot. They think you're an extrovert, and really you're not. So you don't talk a lot. I talk on all of our dates, just like that, just like I was doing, and just like I'm doing now, just talking. And yeah, you're just there.
Yeah, well, you just talked so much. I left the studio, down the hall, went to the bathroom, came out, and you're still talking.
I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it.
I love you.
Phil will have to fill you in, which means you weren't paying attention. That's what that means. That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm sometimes a good husband.
A whole nother conversation.
This is not one of those times.
You asked me a question and then did not listen to the response. What is that?
I did, because you know what I picked up?
I have no idea.
You want me to bring home buckets of firewood, and I'm going to do that.
And you probably want chili, and I am going to have to just wait and see.
I don't want chili. I want sex. But either way, I'm bringing home buckets of firewood.
Okay. Well, it's really cold, which is often on a woman's list of her nose. Like, honey, it's just too cold. So, but we'll figure that out. If we have firewood, it could end up cozy, and it could all could be, I don't know, could be.
Hey. All right, goodbye.
Baby.
I'll be home in a minute with that firewood.
Bye.
I'm Googling where to pick up firewood for you right now.
And Joey Gibson thinks I talk a lot. It is true. Did I not get out of the fire and go down the hall, go to the bathroom, and came back? She's still talking. Yeah. And she's right. You didn't listen to the thing I said. I said, because you taught my ears start hurting. I literally, gosh.
It was pretty funny.
We went on a date the other night.
Yeah.
God, nonstop talk.
That's good though, right?
Oh yeah, I love it. She just talks and talks, and I love that because I just love listening to her talk. It's fun. She's funny because she's all over the place with her topics, of which I love that too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That's funny.
So I got to call Alicia. And
who is this now?
Your wife.
Oh, right.
And this is why this is so perfect today. I said the number 13 is unlucky.
I'm nervous.
Not this show.
Okay.
Because she's off work today.
Snow day.
We never can talk to Alicia because, and I'm sure some of our viewers may think that you're gay because your sister is a lesbian, right?
Nobody thinks that. We had a viewer call me cute, kind, and gentle.
But his name was Joey.
No, her name was Joey.
No, Joey Gibson with a female picture. So, but people could think that.
Girls can be
his
called Joey.
Sister is LGBTQ.
No, nobody thinks
he could be the G in the LGBTQ.
Former Marine. I would rather fight than I'm not gay.
But people need to know are you happily married?
You know what? The fact that you've got me defending myself for being gay.
Are you happily married?
Yeah, happily.
Is Alicia going to say you're a good husband all the time, sometimes, or never?
No. She's gonna say all the time. I'm a good husband all the time.
Okay, I'm calling her. I hope she answers. Does she know who I am?
She's heard of you, yes.
I think she's precious. She's the sweetest human I've ever met.
She is great, actually.
Like every time I see her, she's so gentle and sweet.
3 rings. I don't think she's going to answer.
Really? What could she be doing? It's like she's off work.
She's off work.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Listen.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Wow. Even your voicemail sounds so elitely educated. Alicia, this is Mark. I'm just calling to try to chat with you a minute. I'll try back later. I'm sorry I missed you.
She's pretty awesome.
I got to say this.
Yeah.
Do you have a wife? Because that didn't sound like the woman I know.
We've been married.
That's a different woman sound.
No, this year's 15 years. We have kids together, all kind of stuff. She's great. She married a brute like me.
I don't know. Now I'm just so messed up.
She's great.
I don't know.
She loves everything that I do.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Everything that you do.
I mean, most
and you're telling me that she's going to think you are a great husband all the time. But do you know what I found out?
What's that?
It's going to blow your mind.
What's that?
Do you know the little thing people say about women when women yang complain? They call them a what?
A Karen.
A Karen.
Yes.
Do you know what the male term is for a male Karen?
You know, I've heard, but I'm not sure.
Philip.
Yes, it's Philip.
Philip.
Yes.
Do you know that Philip is the name for a male Karen?
I do know that, yes.
I knew it.
It started with flight attendants would use that for male passengers, and it started with PI, passenger I'd like to punch, which morphed into Philip.
Passenger
I'd like to punch.
I'd like to punch.
So if you ever hear a flight attendant especially say there's a Philip, that means there's somebody there that is acting like a Karen that they would like to take out.
That's incredible. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. Is this Alicia again?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling the shoe queen. She's off work today because of the ice storm.
Hello.
What up, shoe queen?
Hey.
You're on the Mark and Phil show, of course, but we called you because you're off work today, right?
I am. Correct.
Snow day.
The snow day. We wanted to our viewers, have you bought any new shoes lately?
No. Well, I bought a pair of running shoes.
What kind?
Lululemon.
Oh, cool. Wait a minute. Are those like official running shoes, or
they're actual running shoes? They're not just cute ones.
Oh, so these actually do something.
They actually do something for your feet when you run.
So when you say Lululemon, they actually make their own shoes, or do they like?
They do. They make their own.
Are they comfortable?
I haven't ran in them yet because they're too cute and I don't want to get them dirty.
Okay, hang on a minute. You got to help me out. You bought Lululemon running shoes to run in, but you don't want to run in them because they're too cute.
Correct. Not yet. I've got to wait for a good day because it can't be too rainy and gross outside.
But the reason you buy them is to run in them.
Yeah, I'm going to run in them soon. I just haven't found the right day yet.
So let me ask this question, because there may be guys listening that don't understand women. When you're going to run, and you've been doing good, I've been proud of you. You're running a marathon, correct?
I'm going to try.
Going to try to run a marathon. So you're training for the marathon. So when you're up there getting dressed, are you thinking as a woman, I want to look cute while I run?
Oh, yes, of course. Like, not too cute, though. Okay, can I pause this because I'm ordering Starbucks? Will that interfere with anything?
No, we want to listen to you order Starbucks. We'll just wait. Go ahead and let us listen.
It won't take long.
No, we're
sorry.
Good. No, we're great.
Okay.
Go ahead and order.
I'm just waiting on them to ask for my name. I could give them a different name. I could fool them.
Do that.
What should my name be?
Philip.
Okay.
Oh no, it's got to be a girl.
That is a girl.
That is
just
not a girl.
Make them think twice.
I could do Felicia.
No,
that's a girl version. Thank you for your patience. We're gonna get for you today. Can I do the hazelnut oat milk shake espresso? But instead of oat milk, can I do whole milk?
What in the Sam Hill?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, and then just a chocolate croissant.
Philip.
They might not ask. All right, is that going to do it for you? Yeah, that's all. All right, we'll see you at the window.
Dang it.
Oh, man.
I know, I was shaved by the grace of God.
That sounded like a strange order.
Never heard of it.
Are you picky about your coffee?
No, I'm not, but it's a new one. And Stella's riding with me, and she convinced me to try it.
What? Stella's there?
Stella is also here.
We've never had her on the show.
Well, you need to give her a call. She's got her phone right here in her hand, ready to be on the Mark and Phil show.
Well, the funny thing about this is episode 13, and we're talking.
And I'm your only kid.
Yeah,
who does it?
Well, we've already called Sophia. She answered, and she shared with us some nuggets of wisdom on how not to get abducted by men at a gas station. Do you have any wisdom or
quality advice? You have to hold your keys in your hand like they're Wolverine claws.
to separate all your keys and hold them like claws whenever you're walking, and then you can just shank them if they come up to you.
Shank them.
I like
all
that.
Right.
Have you ever felt like you're going to have to shank somebody?
No, but I've had my key ready to stab somebody in the neck if they come up to me.
Whoa.
Can I ask you a question? Why, and this is just a fatherly question.
Yep.
I bought you a 9mm gun. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you carry your keys instead of the 9mm? It seems like you would go, I have the 9mm.
It's not in my car. Whenever I got this car, I forgot to put it back in my car.
So you have a Glock 9mm for protection, but you don't put in your car. But your advice for the viewers is put your keys between your knuckles like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sounds
okay, so
right.
you're going to just stick with that?
They'll never see it coming.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's because not everybody can afford a gun. Not everybody. They may have some history where they can't get a gun, but I bet you they got some keys.
Mm-hmm.
And they can use them like Wolverine claws. I'm ready. I'm a girl from Villarica. What do you expect?
And you worked at a pawn shop for years, right?
I did, correct.
And you would still, if someone was coming in saying, I'm looking for personal protection, you would recommend keys over a 9mm.
I've got a key maker over here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's quality advice.
Well,
I promise.
Well, we love you, and I'm about to call Stella, so tell her to answer.
Okay, I love you.
Man, we have
what a show today.
Just been given all kind of advice. All of your family. Let's see what Stella can give us.
This is the smart kid. You know, she has a 4.0.
She's a pretty smart one.
Hello.
Is this Stella?
Indeed, it is.
It sounds kind of like
Mark
Lucy.
and Phil.
You're on the Mark and Phil show.
That is
for the
correct.
First time ever.
Yes, indeed. What an honor.
Oh,
thank you.
Well, I was bragging on you that of all the children, you're the smartest because you have a 4.0. Is that correct?
That is correct. Thank you.
And you've been accepted to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
No, that's
roll tide roll, right?
I'm excited for you. Real quickly, I know you're busy getting your coffee and all of that, but this is show number 13, Unlucky, but we've been asking people to give advice. Sophia basically's advice was if you're at a gas station, look around because if you see a man, you're probably going to get abducted, and if they bury you alive. Lucy said the best piece of advice is hold keys in your hand and punch them. Are you afraid, be honest, when you go to get gas, are you afraid you'll get abducted?
Oh, yes, I'd never get gas by myself.
What?
That literally might be my worst fear.
Your worst fear is getting gas.
Yes.
So, and you say you never get gas alone. So what do you do when you're almost empty?
I would rather run out of gas on the side of the road and have someone help me.
Okay.
Wow.
How do you know that person's not going to abduct you?
I have faith in my Jesus that if I do run out of gas,
but not enough faith.
But if I go to the gas station at the wrong time, that could be my fault, and maybe.
Okay. I did say she was the smartest.
You did.
And she's telling us that I have enough faith that if I break down on the side of the road with no gas, Jesus will keep me. Okay. But if I go to the Zippy Mart, QT, Jesus can't keep me. Is that correct?
It's debatable.
Okay. Well, real quickly, give us, our viewers, a piece of advice on personal safety that you would like to pass along.
I would probably just hit people with my car.
I'm writing that down. Hit people with car.
If they approach me, I just drive them over.
Yep.
That's brilliant. Well, I'm going to let you go drink your coffee. Thank you for answering.
Thanks. You're welcome.
All right. We love you.
I love you more.
Hey, real quickly, what do you think is the best thing about the Mark and Phil show?
Phil.
I feel like y'all get complimented on y'all's banter.
Do you listen to it?
Am I supposed to tell the truth or lie?
No, tell the truth.
Oh, my gosh.
I do not.
Okay, thank you.
I do.
Well, tell Victoria.
I do, but I'm a busy gal, right?
I'm a busy gal. Yeah, you're a 4.0 student, all A's. You're going to Alabama, you're busy.
My time is minimal.
Now, explain real quickly. You're doing 75 hard, is that correct?
Indeed.
How is that going for you?
Hard. Real hard.
You're how many days in?
22.
What is the most difficult thing of 75 hard?
Drinking water.
Really? You got
Yes, yes.
You got to drink how much water a day?
A gallon.
Wow. Okay. Well, I love you. You keep it up 22 days. You're almost there. I'm with you. I'll go run with you today or something. I love you. Bye, baby.
Yes. Bye.
You know, she's great. Horrible choice in colleges, but she's great.
She'll run you over with her car, she said.
That's the best piece of advice we've got all day today.
It's deep. We're probably
wrote
long
that
today,
down.
but it's a snow day. People are snowed in.
We're not even at an hour.
Hello.
Real quickly, we've talked with all the girls today because it's a snow day. So all of your children have been on our show. If all of your children are on our show, would you listen to the show now?
I do listen to it on occasion.
Okay, good. Real quick, we have one question. Stella said to the viewers she's doing 75 hard, and you are too. Is that correct?
It is, and I have failed. So, but I'm still in.
What?
I mean, so you have a reset, so we're resetting.
How far along did you get before you had a reset?
Okay, let's talk about this. Day one, I had to reset. So I did day one and started on day two. And my children said, did you take a progress picture? I think it was day two, actually, that I did not take a progress picture. So I was 2 days in, and I said, no, I did not do my progress picture. They said, great. You have to start.
Just pull the car over as she continues to talk.
Then I made it up to day 8, and I was prepping for the conference, and I did not get home to do my second workout, which you have to do 2, and one has to be outdoors. I didn't get home until 11:30 at night, which means I have 30 minutes to do my outside workout that's going to be.
Just go to the kitchen, do the dishes and the laundry while she talks, and then come back.
So now it's going to be, it's going to be past midnight. I wouldn't finish that workout till 12:15, so I'd be 15 minutes past due on my second workout, and they said, you got to start all over. It's not going to count. So that was up to day 8. That pushed me into conference weekend, and I said, fine, I just won't worry about it conference weekend, so I'm back in this week.
So you're starting over?
Laughing at me? It's not about how many times you fail. It's about if you can get back up and try again. Obviously, time management is poor when it's 11:30 at night and you haven't gotten your second workout in yet. So it's a good time for me to reverse it, to start all my things in the morning, so I'm not, doing midnight workouts.
Okay, we're going to end right here on the show, but real quickly, you're a wonderful mother, always, not sometimes, always. Your one daughter said that her best advice is that you should always look over your shoulder. You could get abducted by men. If you see a man, you need to get in your car.
I gave Sophia a book on surviving everything. Shark attacks, ape attacks, yes. Like what to do if a lion escapes the zoo and somehow he ends up at your house on your front door, how she can survive that. Driving your car into the ocean, how you can get out of that scenario. Every scenario. It's every scenario that could ever happen. Sophia has the book.
Yes. So. Victoria Kate said the best advice she had was put your keys between your fingers and punch real hard.
Car window?
Yeah. Stella said that the best way to get out of a gas station abduction is to just run them over with your car.
Okay. I like Stella's.
Okay. So that's what you would do.
If somebody's trying to take me, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I mean, besides praying in the Holy Ghost.
Do you carry, or do you have a concealed carry weapon permit?
I don't. Just the Holy Ghost. Okay. Cool. You need to get me a concealed weapon. Get me a concealed weapon. I'll carry it.
Oh my God, I'd be scared.
We have grandchildren, though. I mean, this whole gun conversation, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I love you, honey.
I love you, honey.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I have a couple questions.
Oh, sometimes I feel like I failed.
I have no clue what hard 75 is or 75 hard. Mm-hmm. And then are we supposed to be prepared for shark attacks, gorilla attacks, driving accidentally into the ocean? Mm-hmm. There's books about these things. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I have failed in my education for not knowing how to get out of any of that.
No, in the group chat of our home, Sophia is the one that always says, hey, y'all need to be prepared. Things could happen. And it's like, okay, share something. An elevator could drop on you.
Okay.
And so she's got a book that if an elevator drops, here's what you do to get out of that.
Okay.
An escalator could eat your foot, but she'll have 3 ways for escalators not to eat your foot.
Okay.
It's a thick book.
Okay.
Because she's the one that's always letting us know, hey, that cat that looks so friendly could have diseases and kill you. Here's how to get away from a rabid cat. And so we just read that at Christmas. It's great Christmas reading.
Okay.
It's a safety manual.
Sure.
So this is what's funny.
Yeah.
357 Magnum snub nose.
Yeah.
38 snub nose.
I think that's the answer to all of it.
2 Glock 9 millimeters.
They don't use them.
A Glock 43. I got a Glock 27. And my daughter, this is their answer to anything. Put keys between your fingers,
like
punch them really hard like Wolverine, run them over with your car.
And the Holy Spirit, your wife said, I've got the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit. So if you're listening to me, ladies, put your guns away. Put your little snub nose back in your purse and listen to the Mark and Phil show of safety, personal safety management. Wolverine, keys between the hands, run them over with your car, and the Holy Ghost.
If only they would have taught us this in the Marine Corps, you know?
I feel like we failed in many ways. Stella did say because they wouldn't see it coming.
Right.
You know, Victoria Kate, she said, no, you hit them so fast they don't see it coming. No. You can't see a 9mm bullet coming.
No.
It comes pretty quick.
You're not going to run over people if they're trying to abduct you. You're
Stella
not going to be in the car. You're not going to be in the car.
No, Stella never gets out of the car.
That's why a gun is an answer to all of it.
Stella never gets out of the car.
People won't charge you if you have a gun.
Mm-hmm. They will, obviously, according to my girls, they won't charge at all if you got a car. They'll run you over and ask questions later and pray in the Holy Ghost for you.
Okay.
Real quick before we go, it is an ice storm out there, and so people got to do something, but might as well listen to us.
Right.
This is going to be our longest show because it's episode 13. It's unlucky, but this has been the luckiest show ever.
Right.
What do you think about President Trump in the Iowa caucus? Did you watch that?
I did not watch it. I was watching live updates on Twitter or X. I got to start.
What do you think the world is doing?
I mean, if you look at Iowa. And what's happening there? It was the what did I read? It was the shortest Iowa caucus ever. Trump won in I think under 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. It was quick and easy, and so I don't know. I read on Twitter all these pundits are saying Trump's going to win in a landslide, and I think they're kind of living in the moment because the Iowa caucus it's just started. So I don't know. I hear you conspiracy theorists tell me that they'll never let Trump take office again, and but he has got some momentum going on right now.
Write this down.
Okay.
Episode 13, best show ever.
Best
show
ever.
I don't think we're ever going to top it. When have we ever gotten to the point to where every person we've called, we have reached them?
Well, not only we didn't get my wife.
I have faith. Listen to this. The only way the show could be sometimes good is Alicia doesn't answer. If she answers, always good.
She's not going to answer because that's the third ring.
You think she's mad because I pick on you?
No, I text her. She hadn't even answered my text.
You think, what if she's been abducted?
Nah, she didn't go get cast.
Does she know how to get out of an abduction? Because you're a Marine. What do you think Alicia would say? Run them over, key them to death, pray in the Holy Ghost.
I would say that she is going to mix a little bit of prayer with I'm going to punch him in the face type thing. You know what I teach my girls? We were talking about this just the other day. I was talking about this with Brianna, and we were talking about being abducted. I was joking around with her about some stuff, and I was like, listen, if you ever get to where a guy's coming after you and takes you, the weakest spot, no matter how big their muscles are, his or her, no matter how old they are, is the eyeballs. You take out those eyeballs, it's going to hurt. They're not going to be able to see, and then you run and scream.
That would have not been my answer. Eyeballs. I would have left eyes out.
Well, sometimes it can be a girl too, but it's the most sensitive part in your body. It doesn't matter how big you are, if you're a weightlifter, if you're just a strong former Marine, if you get somebody in the eyeballs,
so I'm getting abducted. It's like, hey, wait a minute, where are your eyes? I need to poke them out.
No, they're going to be. It's not. Okay. It will be. It will be pretty.
So
easy.
As we close out today, ladies. I don't know if men listen to us banter.
I think so.
I don't know if women do. We've never done a sex survey on gender here.
It's true.
But if you're listening and you're at a gas station right now, look for white vans and men. If you see them, run. If they can catch you, get your keys out. Just say, hey, wait a minute. Let me get my keys out. Put all the keys in between your fingers like Wolverine. And according to Victoria Kate, you punch aggressively so that they cannot see it coming. Yes. If that doesn't work, you get back in your car screaming, and then you run them over with your car.
Yeah.
And then...
while praying in the Holy Ghost.
Yes, the whole time you need to be praying in the Holy Ghost. That's just part of it. You just pray in the Holy Ghost the whole time while you run them over, key them. And now we found, just now, poke their eyes out.
Yep.
Poke their eyes out.
Good stuff.
Best show ever.
And if you're a fatty, please try to tie your shoes in the middle of your shoe. Don't do it to the side, because girls will look at that and be like, yeah, he's a fatty. I can't do that.
Yeah. And I just found that out. I would like to leave our viewers with this. It's going to be a great year.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you would think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12 books. All good.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. Make sure to follow along and help us by sharing this episode with someone you know. Thanks again. Have a great week.